Hey everyone, and welcome to another how-to, except this is going to be specifically for Pinellas County school teachers for the week 2 lesson that I posted within our assignments. So first off, if you are in our main team page, which is the middle school social studies, it looks like this. I've just kind of clicked that a couple times to bring attention to you. If you are in the default view, your view is going to look a little bit different. So it will look like this. This is your default view. This is the page you need to go to. This is your team. Within your team, there are different channels. So go ahead and click that. On the left-hand side, you have different channels. The specific lessons for next week, for week 2, you can find within the files section right here. That's week 2. Or you can go to U.S. History, click that channel, go up to Files, and you will see that I have posted the lessons here. So what I am going to do this week is I am actually going to show you a little bit more information about the lesson plan for this week. So let me go ahead. I'm actually going to open it on my desktop and drag it over so you can see. Let me make this a little bit bigger for you. Alright, so the first thing that you'll notice on this lesson plan is the bell work activity, is the middle passage Word document. So this is on our SharePoint. However, I have also added it here. So you can click the second middle passage and you will notice that it follows Shegg's historical thinking skills of sourcing, contextualizing, close reading, corroboration, and drawing conclusions. This is uploaded in both the Word doc and the PowerPoint, so it's whichever you're most comfortable with. Additionally, for this lesson plan, this upcoming week for week 2, you will see that our focus standard is 5.1, explain the causes, course, and consequence of the Civil War. And our 2 supporting is going to be 5.2 and 4.2. 5.2, analyze the role of slavery in the development of sectional conflict, and 4.2, describe the debate surrounding the spread of slavery into Western territories in Florida. The learning targets that go along with these are to the right of them, and you will notice the keywords describe, analyze, and evaluate. Additionally, there are 2 essential questions, as well as key vocab and the Shegg historical thinking skills that you should be focusing on for this week. For this week-long lesson, remember each learning activity is about 25 minutes. Within this lesson, we have only giving you 3 learning activities this time. So last week it was 2. This week we ramped it up to 3, so that way you have more options. You've got 2 graphic organizers, 2 different online web-based assignments, and then you've also got some offline home-based suggestions. So let's look at learning activity 1. Learning activity 1 is battlefields.org. So that's going to pop up and it's going to look much like this. Battlefields.org, you will notice that this is an extended lesson. However, I am only taking a part of this. So if you go back to the lesson plan, students will read and complete the Emancipation Proclamation adapted from battlefields.org. Not only is it in here, and you will notice if you continue to scroll down, it's on page 5. It is also underneath here. The reason I put it underneath here was to help with you guys in copying and pasting. I know it's hard to copy and paste from a PDF depending on what platform you're using. So it is paragraph 2 and paragraph 8, and they will provide a 1-sentence summary for each. After they are done with that, they will complete the graphic organizer. This graphic organizer you can copy and paste into your own Word doc if you want, and the kids will be able to type in here and they should be good to go with that. Scrolling back up again. The learning activity 2 is, this is an activity that can be divided within itself, but I wanted to provide it because it aligns also with civics content, and if you are teaching 6th grade US, you want to prepare them for civics for next year. So no freedom, no rights will direct you to iCivics. You can download the lesson plan if you would like. Make sure you log in. It is free to log in. See if that's my login. Yep. Download teacher resources. I'm actually not going to download because I've already downloaded once. However, I am going to click and drag. So this is what the teacher's guide looks like. Civics teachers, if you are also teaching US, you will already be very familiar with iCivics. But for those that are not, this is the teacher how-to. Essentially for this lesson, this learning activity 2, for week 2, the students are only going to read this front page, this back page, and you'll notice it says side A and side B. And then the students will complete the true false for this activity. And that's all they're doing. So to look, also when you download, there are student pages within a fillable PDF folder that will be provided. This PDF folder is going to look something like this. So on this page, it gives you the fillables for all of the activities you can do, as well as it gives you the reading for all that you can do. So that's within the fillables. And students will complete the true false. If you don't want them to complete the true false, they can do something else on here. That is up to you. Or you can have them do something different. This is just something that I thought would be more engaging with them. And you can post the true false questions within a chat. You can do it doing a virtual lesson. It might be something that gets them more engaged. And then, let me go ahead and exit out of that. And a hint for that is make sure the students read that prior to when they come to class. And then that could be their assessment prompt during your class, or throughout the discussion board, or by posting an announcement, or even a quick forms quiz. That's up to you. The last one is learning activity 3. So students will continue to explore battlefields.org. They actually have a 15-minute crash course. And I found this crash course to be really interesting because students can scroll as they go. 15 minutes, if hopefully our fingers crossed, is not only do they do the 15 minutes, but they continue looking on for 1 hour. Maybe they look more. So this is the 15 minutes right here. They're going to read a brief overview. They're going to watch the war between the states, and they're going to browse the Civil War timeline. If they want to keep going, they can keep going. All of these links in red will link exactly to the different steps within the lesson plan. After they are done exploring, they'll complete the 3-column T-chart, which is listed below. This is the 3-column T-chart. Before the war, the conflict during, and after the war. I also linked the video here, and I put the times in for the video. I thought that would be helpful for the students, especially those who need to go back. Finally, don't forget to differentiate based on your students' needs. You guys know your students better than we know your students, and you know what their needs are as well as their 504s and IEPs. So make sure that you have that accounted for. The summarizing strategy, last week I suggested to start a comment thread. I hope that was successful. This week, try out OneNote or the notes function on Teams. And then what to prep for next time, it's another different types of series of questions just for self-reflection. So really quick, let me show you notes. This is the final portion. On the notes, if you go up here to the top where there's that purple arrow, you can click that. You can click week 2. And welcome to week 2. It has all the resources you need here. It is a shorter version of our lesson plan. But remember, don't forget to check out Canva. I have a whole different video on that. That can make things really interactive and engaging for students as well. If you teach US and you have any questions on this, please reach out through the Microsoft Teams chat, and I will be there to help you. Anything else you need help on, also let me know, and I will do my best to get a video recorded and sent to you guys. Thank you so much, and I hope you guys have a wonderful night, morning, noon, whatever time you're watching this. Have a good one.